This is the Morning Swim Show for Thursday, December 2nd, 2010. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Phoenix Monitor today, we'll talk to Kirk Everist. He's the head coach at the Cal-Berkeley men's water polo team. The Bears host the NCAA championships this weekend. Kirk Everist joins us right now in the Phoenix Monitor from his office at Berkeley. Coach, welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Good. Excited to host the big tournament?
Yeah, definitely. It's a great opportunity to have the tournament here, and to be participating in it is extra special.
All right. Are you guys the odds-on favorite, would you say?
Oh, I don't know. It's the Final Four, so all four teams are very tough, and we've split our games with USC this year. So if it all goes according to seeding, we would see them in the final if we can get there, and it's always a tough match with the Trojans.
Now, speaking of the Trojans, earlier this year we had one of their team captains, Matt Burton, on our show. Did you hear or see that interview?
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting at here, Coach?
Yep.
He did a little trash talking about the Cal Bears. Said you guys were a little dysfunctional.
Yeah, well, everybody's got their opinion on the team and how things are run. So I'll let them do that, and we'll just go out and play.
All right, couple points. One, I actually thought it was fun because we need that to generate some interest in the aquatic sports. But two, you guys, you let your actions do the talking. You guys beat them that very next game. So obviously you guys are legit. They're legit. You probably think, like a lot of people, it's going to come down to the rubber match. They've beaten you. You've beaten them once this year. So if it's against USC, is there going to be a little bit more blood boiling in the water?
It's a big rivalry. This will, if we get to that point, it'll be 3 out of the last 5 championships these two teams have met. So I don't know that you need any more motivation. You're playing in a national championship game. No matter who you play, if you can't get up for that, you got some problems. But there's a lot of tradition in the two programs, and USC's had a great run the last couple years, winning the last 2 championships. And so in order to win one, you got to go through them. So we're excited about the opportunity to hopefully get to that championship game and see where we stand. But we're a confident team that we can play with anybody, and if we play our game, we got a good chance.
How did the guys on your team react to hearing those words from Matt Burton?
Well, it's like, they chuckled a little bit, and players that aren't in your locker room, they can have their perception, but he doesn't really know how this team works together. How they might communicate with each other is part of their culture, their attitude, and they're definitely a team, or we wouldn't have gotten to this point.
Was there any truth to it, though? Were there chemistry issues with this squad?
I would say with any team, you get a lot of very good players together. Putting that team together is always hard. I think at any level, at any sport, you see a lot of very talented players put together in one group, and they have to find their ways. They have to find their athletic egos and figure out how to work together. And and that's always a process. I don't think there's any difference in that. I think if I refer back to that interview, Matt was talking about last year's team at USC, that there was a lot of great players, and they were just so good as athletes that they all, they made do without maybe not playing as well as a team. That was he obviously was in that locker room, but if that means, they won 2 national championships. So, there's no, so maybe they had chemistry issues with that team, but they won 2 national championships. And I know those guys personally, and they all seem to like each other outside the pool, and they're friends. So there's no perfect way to put together a team. These guys definitely trust each other. They're a family, and like in any family, sometimes they tell each other the truth, and the truth sometimes gets under people's skin.
Well, Coach, what is something that has to go right for your team? What is maybe something that you've been, you harping on either execution, whatever it may be, all year that just has to go right this weekend for you guys to win?
I think our communication on defense has got to continue to be really good. With all the teams that are in this tournament, they're going to try to isolate you. They're going to try to create mismatches, and we just got to have good communication within the team so that we anticipate those situations, and when they come, we're helping each other out, and it's not a second too late. That we're recognizing what's going on as it's happening, so that we can kind of help each other out. So that communication is always really important defensively for us. That's the key part of the game. We've got a lot of very good offensive players, but where we played the best is when our defense has been solid. That creates more offensive opportunities for us.
Well, Coach, it's going to be fun to watch. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Cal-Berkeley coach Kirk Everist joining us in the Finis Monitor, and that is it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.